I got a phone call this morning from my midwife's office, and I was like, it's not an appointment reminder, right? It's not Friday. And I answered it, and it was one of the nurses. I forgot I sent them a question last night. So many of you had suggested iron infusions. They've never mentioned it. And so I was like, you know what, like, let me just ask. And so I sent them a message, and she was calling me, and she's like, I've spent all morning looking for a place that could fit you in. Most places are like booked up like weeks and weeks and weeks. But one place has a cancellation today. I was like, oh great, okay. So it was funny because I was more like asking, like I wanted details about it. Anyway, she was like, I went ahead and booked the appointment because if I don't, you know, I would have lost it. So she was like, it's for 2 o'clock, which was like 2 hours from my... Anyway, the point is, I'm going to get an iron infusion. Freaks me out a little bit. It's a little bit weird. Some of the side effects like don't sound pleasant. So we'll see how this goes, but hopefully it'll help. Some people were like, it helps so much, and then some people were like, I have to go every other day for weeks, but it helps. And then some people were like, it takes a long time for it to really take an effect. So I'm like, let's
we'll
see what happens.
Guys, they're playing Hallmark in here, and they just started a new movie, and I'm like, we're not gonna be able to go back. They're gonna suck me into this Hallmark Christmas movie, and I'm not gonna want to go back. I'm sorry, Dana, you're going by yourself, because you said we're gonna be here for like an hour, right? I'm watching this movie. I'm gonna see what's happening to the big city girl and the small town boy. I need to know what happens. What movie is this, just in case I miss it? I need to know so I can go back and watch it. Oh, pardon me. Looks like this one is a big city guy and a small town girl.
We're here. We're waiting.
Are you nervous?
I got my
wristband.
Fancy wristband. Yeah, I don't know what this is gonna be like. I'm hoping this doesn't take too long because it's already almost 2:30, and we have Evie Rich is watching the girls. Ev's napping. Evie comes and she is really great with the kids. The girls adore her, so she's helping us out and watching them while we're here. But I'm like, if this takes too long, she's gonna have 2 more coming off the bus.
Yeah.
A little one waking up.
Yeah, so I might have to leave if this starts taking too long and go get kids and bring them back. Not bring them in here, but come and...
Beep beep.
Yeah, I'm outside.
The plan. I like feel so out of the loop. This is very... I feel like I know what's going on. I'm like, alright, we're going to get iron. No, we're not. They're gonna test my blood again. They need an accurate count. Apparently, they didn't actually test my iron levels. My midwife practice didn't. They tested just the hemoglobin, whatever. So they actually have to see how much ferritin, iron, is in my blood. So they know how much I need. Kind of told her we're on like this timeline of I need to get it up before I have a baby. So hopefully that conveys, because she was talking about we'll see if supplementation is enough, then we can just keep an eye on it, and then if we need to, I'm like, no, we don't have time for that. So come to find out also, she's asking me all about the supplements I was taking and saying that, you know, my body might not be absorbing them because some vitamins aren't the same, and I was like, well, they're all bioavailable, so they're all like good supplements that your body can use, and I think my body's absorbing because remember last time, anyway, it's raised a little. She asked how much of the iron I was taking. She said that that was a really low dose, apparently. I mean, it's 4 times what the bottle says, okay? But she said I should be taking 300 to 350 milligrams a day, which is pretty much at least 1 whole bottle of that stuff. I probably could have been taking this dose for a while and not really seeing quick changes in my iron because apparently it's super low dose. Now they're gonna draw my blood and then they're gonna call with the results tomorrow. I just feel like so much waiting and back and forth, and we dropped everything to come here. It's fine, but if we do have to start the transfusion or the iron infusions, then she said, so I'm not coming back like at least once a week. John is swamped with work right now. the holidays are next week. Our kids are gonna be home from school. My mom's coming to town not until like the last week of the month, which would be easier when she's here, but I'm like, how are we gonna make time to like come back and give birth? We'll make it happen. You guys just tell this little baby to stay put. And everybody, listen up, this is very important. Stop calling the baby turkey, because I swear if it comes out on Thanksgiving because everyone's calling it turkey, I will lose, I will cry. I don't know what I'll do. But I told John that the other day, I'm like, you have everyone calling it turkey. This baby has got to stay put until well after Thanksgiving.
I think it's hilarious.
You won't think it's hilarious when it's Thanksgiving Day, and I'm
It's
like,
not gonna be Thanksgiving
great,
Day.
my mom's not
We
here.
eat turkey on Christmas Day.
Your mom's not available. My mom's not here.
We can eat turkey on Christmas Day too.
Just answer that for all the people.
What?
What would you do now if I went into labor on Thanksgiving when my mom is not here and your mom's not here? And other people are with their
It would
families.
just mean that there's
Hold on.
there's some people that are gathered together somewhere that we could easily drop our kids off at.
It's high enough.
I'll be driving over to Aaron and Liz's or something. Like, you gotta take these kids
They
today.
won't be home.
I don't, because they'll be in Goldsboro, so I'll take them out to Goldsboro. Well, you gotta take these kids,
They
dog.
won't.
Okay, so
I think my blood pressure is rising.
blood's drawn, and now
She's
we're heading
waiting.
home, and I don't know. I guess we're supposed to call tomorrow and let her know what's going on with her blood.
I don't know. Okay, yes. They're going to call. This is what I gathered. She said, we'll call you tomorrow and let you know and set up the infusion. So the first lady, hematologist, said, we'll do a blood work, see what your iron levels are, and go from there and see if you just need to up your supplements or if you need more B12 or blah, blah, blah. So then I was like, yeah, so about that, we were kind of like expecting the infusion because it has to be 10 or I can't deliver at the birth center. And she was like, it was just all confusing. She never heard of a birth center. She'd never heard of a home birth before either. And I said, our last baby was born at home. She was like, what? Did you choose that? Did somebody help you? And you wanted to do that? It was very funny. But then the same thing with the birth center. She's like, where do they deliver? And I was like, well, they deliver there. But if there's a problem, she said, so what happens if you don't get to 10? And I said, then they transfer me to the hospital with just like a random doctor or whatever. So I try to stress the importance of like, we're kind of trying to do this quickly. Like the point of coming here was not just to like, so you could counsel me and my iron, but to like do the actual infusions and get them up. I think that we're on the same page, but I'm not sure. So then she said they're gonna do the blood. They have to see where the levels are, because I guess my other blood work doesn't actually have my iron levels, just has hemoglobin, hematocrit, and cell volume and stuff. It doesn't actually have the iron levels. So we're going to, they're going to call us tomorrow when they get the results from this lab work, and then she was like, go from there. But then the nurse that took my blood said, we'll call you with the results and set up the infusions. So I think like we need to see the levels they're at so we know how much iron to give you, because iron toxicity is a thing and we don't want that. That's
True.
my own interjection there. But then when we were checking out, the lady was like, okay, 2 weeks. Come back in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, wait. She said they're going to call tomorrow and then we'll set it up then when she calls. And she's like, yeah, that's for that. This is to see her again. I think she meant the hematologist, right?
Yeah.
Like, probably not the nurse.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So we have an appointment scheduled for 2 weeks from now. I guess they will take my blood again. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll just wait for the phone call tomorrow. I told you, I've never been so confused by all this stuff. My God is trying to teach me something real big here.
I think he is.
Because, like,
See, I'm just laughing through.
I
don't know what's going on, whatever, it'll be alright.
Good for you. I like to know what's going on. I like to have a plan. I like to I just like to be aware. Like I like to know what's expected of me. Even when you have projects to do and things for other people, I'm like, I want to know the exact expectations.
This is why she's so good at researching things and knowing things. That's why she knows a lot of things, because she goes and digs and finds out, and I'm just like,
I like truth.
Alright, whatever.
I like to know things. I like to be able, and I said this to Janine the other day, like there's a certain amount of just let go and trust God. But I said, but there's also an amount of me, because she was like, you are overthinking this. And I said, well, I like to know as much as I can about it, because you know what, especially with YouTube and Instagram or whatever, somebody could come to me and be like, hey, I'm dealing with this issue, and I could be like, hey, this is what I learned. I love to be able to help people through things that I learned, but if I don't ask the questions, and I'm like, hey,
I'll pray for you.
Here, I'm not getting any clear answers, and I'm like, well, there's that.
That was the loudest you've ever been in your entire life.
Because I feel like I'm spinning out of control.
Yeah, I think everything has just been so chaotic, like this whole pregnancy.
It's very hard for me.
It's just been like here, then there, and back and forth. It's just been a lot of stuff going on, so I think I can understand why you feel that way.
I feel like we're in turbulence constantly.
Turbulence, that's a good way of putting it. Look at all these crazies! Look at this! You awake? Yep. You have fun? Did you have fun?
What are you doing?
Alright, well we're home and Evie kept the kids alive, and I think even above and beyond that, I think they had a good time. Except for Addie's being rude. But she has, there it goes. Alright, we're gonna head out. We're gonna take Evie home and then we'll see you guys. Thank you, Evie.
You're welcome.
And if you guys are wondering where the Riches have been, we haven't seen them in a while. And now we're not gonna see them for even longer. We're not doing this, we're not doing it. Okay guys, this has been like the worst month ever. Here's a little real talk for you. So today was just whatever it was. This whole thing's just been a mess. Not a mess, but just like, it's just not what anybody would want. Obviously their birthday go where you're like, I don't know where I'm giving birth. So that's been crazy for Danielle. She's stressed out, she's overwhelmed. And our dryer doesn't work. All these things are not working. And now I'm pretty sure that our microwave isn't working. Like I just put food in there and I went to stir it and it was all frozen still. And I was like 3 minutes after I started it. Should have been frozen. Let's find out. Let's see. I just put it on for 3 more minutes. Oh, thank goodness. It's working. I think maybe the power level was just decreased or something. Because it made a weird sound whenever I started it the first time. This time, it's actually cooked. So it's just been a really stressful month. And we're really overwhelmed with things. We know we're gonna be okay. We know that this baby's gonna come and it's gonna be great and we're gonna be everything's gonna be all right, but it's just getting to that point with all the things going on. It's just really stressful, if you can't tell. What do you need? You wanna say hi? Say hi. What are you gonna say?
Thank you for all water to make us Jesus.
To make you Jesus. Oh yeah, that reminds me. And the water in our fridge stopped working. This has happened before, but it's been a while, and I think it's because it's getting cold. Because what's happening, I'm pretty sure, is the lines are freezing. Well, over the warm weather, I guess that was not an issue because it kind of fixed itself last time, and now today I came home and water won't dispense again. So it's just one thing after another. Hello, Tyler. Tyler has a play tomorrow at school. You excited? Or a little nervous? Oh, a little nervous?
This has got my tummy upset.
I'm sorry, buddy. Let's not think about it. Whoops. She's been saying her stomach's been hurting her. I think it's because she's nervous about the play. And obviously I reminded her about it. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about it until you said that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to remind you. What are you doing? You gonna clean up? You are so great. Thank you.
I can't stop thinking about it anymore.
I'm sorry, bud. All right, guys, so we're gonna go. Danielle's upstairs, I think, talking to her mom. Letting that nip flow. You know what I mean? Just that nip flow. So I'm hanging out with the kids right now. So I'm gonna go so I can spend some time with them and yeah, help them get to bed. So see you later. Say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. What?
Hey, Addie, hey. No.
Bye.
So see you later.
Good morning.
Oh, you're so funny. Go
Good
ahead.
morning. I got cupcakes. We're eating cupcakes for breakfast.
All right. Can you say bye-bye?